Yo, what's up, guys? So this is Abyss here again, just making another video. I kind of wanted to re-elaborate on the entire Cheeky Alerb situation, give a little bit of a follow-up, and address a couple new issues. So basically, if you watched the last video I made, I got a tremendous amount of support, more so than any other video I've ever uploaded on YouTube anyway. A lot of thumbs up, a lot of nice comments. A lot of people that agree, a lot of people that understand how the situation went down, and honestly, it was just really supportive. Couldn't ask for a better result in that video. So, following the video I made, it was basically about a guy named Cheeky Alerb and his accomplice Thug Turkey that were running around DDoSing people in PvP worlds and in the wilderness, and a couple people that were staking as well. Mostly people in the single community that risk high amounts of valued items, and usually a couple hundred mil here or there. He did happen to get me while I was live streaming. I showed it in the previous video. The link for that will be in the description. If you haven't seen it, you should probably go watch that first, although it is kind of long. But basically, just to explain briefly what happened was, there's, like I just said, there was a guy that ran around DDoSing people, and his account has now been banned. So following the ban, his accomplice Thug Turkey, the person that goes around doing this with him, I wouldn't say all the time, but a lot of the time he is there. The times that I've been DDoS particularly, he was there, and he contributed in some way to ensuring that I die by helping this person DDoS me. So I feel that he should be banned as well. He's in some way, shape, or form an accessory, and he's been here numerous times, again, as I will explain in this video. So initially, I thought that I thought this was just a Discord leak. Things in the past, there's been Skype leaks, there's been Steam leaks, there's been ways to IP grab people off forums, even if you're not the owner of the forums, and just numerous ways, like you can embed images that have IP grabbers, you could, donate with an IP grabber, stuff like that. And, thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. It's perfectly logical to assume these things. However, none of these took place at the time that I was DDoSed, and a lot of the other people seem to have similar instances. I don't use any third-party clients. I don't go in any TeamSpeaks that I don't own. The only TeamSpeak that I particularly use is the TeamSpeak that I own, that I have a couple close friends in, and I'm the only administrator. So, with that being said, it should be pretty much impossible for me to be DDoSed on my own TeamSpeak, considering I'm not stupid. I don't let people in there that I don't trust. The majority of the people that go in that TeamSpeak either have access to all of my gear or lend me the gear that I use. So let's just sweep that off the table. These are people I've PK'd with and played with for years. They would never do anything like this to me. These are the people that help me rebuild when I get DDoSed, in some way, shape, or form. So other than that, it seems as if his account now has been banned. I think that Mod Sween was on vacation or something like that while this was all happening. So now that he's back, I believe that he took care of this situation and banned the Cheeky Alerb account. The only issue is he's resurfaced again. Yesterday, he DDoSed my friend, and as you'll see in the clip playing right now, he did actually manage to get him for about 200 mil, maybe a little bit more, and he did smite him as well with Sarah Strike, and ended up getting his +1. Now, after this video went out, this account was banned, and he resurfaced again today on another account. So basically, the original Cheeky Alerb account has been banned, his second account has been banned, and now he's on another account doing it, and he has his accomplice Thug Turkey with him to ensure that his kills go smoothly. So as you can see from this picture of my ignore list here, the account Kill or Be Kill is Thug Turkey, and right underneath Dr. Drew, right above Dr. Drew, which is the banned account of Cheeky Alerb. So with that being said, earlier today I was live streaming, and like I usually do, basically what I've been doing the last couple weeks is before I change my IP, before I go live, I make sure to close Discord, then I change my IP, and then I start my stream up and I go PK. So for the last couple of weeks, there's been days I've risked 200 mil, 400 mil. I had one instance where I risked 650 mil, and none of these times I've been DDoS. So I really believe truly that it would had to be a Discord league, because the 2 times I got DDoS prior to that, I had been in Discord. So this time I made sure to close Discord, change my IP. There's no connection to Discord whatsoever, and I should be fine. because I thought there was an exploit in Discord. So today proved otherwise. I did the same routine, closed Discord, closed everything down. And, you know, when I stream, the only thing I have open is my private TeamSpeak. I'm not in any other TeamSpeaks. I'm not in any Discord, no Skype, no nothing. I don't have Steam open. I turned my phone off and make sure I don't have Snapchat open, like nothing. I don't know what kind of database like this guy's got. And I literally just have YouTube open, Twitter at the very start just to tweet that I'm live, and YouTube, and that's really it, as well as Nightbot is just for giveaways and stuff like that. So other than that, I don't have anything. I don't play on any third-party client. I don't play on any sort of vulnerable client, just the official RuneScape client that RuneScape provides on their main page. And I came up in about 150 mil, and as you can see right here from the clip being shown on the screen, the account did randomly TB me, and he starts trying to whip me for whatever reason. I think he was probably loading the IP, or he did something that it wasn't working correctly. So I froze him, I hugged him around the tree to a spot where he couldn't get me, and I logged out and then ran north to be protected by my team in a different world. So if he came up there solo, I had about 50 people that were in my CC, because what I do now on streams, I open CCPK, I let anybody come and join in. Helps community building, helps people learn, and you know, it's overall just a more enjoyable stream. Got to know a lot of them. I don't think any of those people that I was PKing with would let me die, and if some of them would, somebody else there would make sure that the person, you know, like out of all those people, I know that at least 20 to 30 of them are like really decent human beings, and they wouldn't go ahead and do anything stupid like that. So after the instance that I showed you guys right there on the screen, I wasn't really too sure what to make of it, because I didn't disconnect. I thought, you know, like maybe, just maybe, he for some reason is unable to DDoS me, or maybe my IP, like maybe he thinks he has an IP that's not working or something. So I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and I came up in a lot more risk once again, like about 140, 150 mil. To my surprise, well, not really, he did end up DDoSing me this time. They had it like ready. The second that my account got TB'd, I was instantly offline. Right as they threw the TB, I spam clicked my teleport and I managed to get out. As you'll see from this clip that's playing on the screen, I do actually disconnect. It shows that this is like a Twitch past broadcast. So what actually did happen was the stream ended up cutting out, but because I thought about this happening, I was recording on top of that. So here's from my perspective as well. You can see that my account is clearly lagged out. And yeah, so I definitely could have died for this amount of money, and he was up here with the second person this time. After I hugged him around the tree in the first clip, he thought it would be a really good idea to bring 2 accounts up there, so in case something like that happened again, the other person could definitely get on me. That account is Killer Be Killed, aka Thug Turkey, the person I was talking about earlier. He is the person who was there the first time I got DDoS, and he's been there a couple of times when other people have been DDoS as well. So like I said earlier, this account should definitely be looked into and banned as well, as he's also guilty, as he's an accessory to this, and he's making it possible for this guy to run around and do this. They're obviously splitting loot. This guy isn't doing it for free, and he's in on the operation. There's just no reason that a blind eye should be turned to this dude either. I decided though I'm going to de-gear a little bit, get in a little bit less risk, just because I'm not going to be running around 150 mil, just handing it over to this guy. So I got in about 20 mil. 17 to 20 mil, and I came back up thinking, is this really worth it? Would he actually risk getting his account banned in order to get you know, what is it, a 7 mil split, 5, 8, 10 mil split, something like that with his partner? Like, is it really worth it? And lo and behold, it was. He tried to TB me, and it failed again. Basically what these guys are doing is they're trying to stay in spots that my team and the people that I PK with wouldn't be around. So if they go directly up to Chins in about 30 wild, I'm going to have people there that will be able to help me. So he needs to be staying in these obsolete spots, like around Graveyard, south of Graveyard, north of Graveyard, in areas where people don't typically hop around, and it would be very easy for him to actually kill me. He had the proper opportunity where I'm TB'd and disconnected. So yeah, basically the way that he tried to do this was he started sitting in about 7 to 8 wilderness, and as I walked up, he would throw the TB. So after he failed a couple times, I de-geared even further to only 7 mil risk, and that even that proved that he was willing to kill me for 7 mil on a DDoS. So that's like, what I mean, he obviously sells the gold because he doesn't have any purpose of playing RuneScape. He just buys these accounts, DDoSes with them until they get banned, sells the gold for real life money, and while, like, because what would the purpose be of playing RuneScape on an account that he bought and using DDoS gold where it could be banned at any time? The safest move for him is just to DDoS people and get away with it. So Here's the issue. So I don't really know how he got my IP. He continuously tried at least 4 or 5 times today. The clips that are being displayed on the screen, obviously. And I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to keep going up in about 7 mil. If he does DDoS me for 7 mil, I'm willing to take the L. In return, I'll get a clip of him DDoSing me, and we'll get one step closer to getting this solved. So I continued to PK, and he left me alone after I made that very clear on the stream. I had about 500 viewers at the time, so I believe that he kind of caught on to this not being the smartest idea for him to just be broad daylight doing DDoS drive-bys. And that was that. So later on in the stream, as I was heading back up, a little bit before he called it quits, a frontline member named Cassidy decided that he would go and, I guess you could use the word antagonize. He was going up there and just attacking Cheeky Alerb and his counterpart, or his accomplice, whatever, Thug Turkey. And he was just kind of distracting them so that I could maneuver around and head back up to Chins. While he was doing this, they actually ended up DDoSing him for staff in AGS. And so yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of debunks the people that are saying that it's frontline. I personally don't believe it's frontline simply because a lot of them have gone out of their way to message me pictures and clips and videos of this person, whoever he is, doing things like this. And I just, they retweet and they help out. I kind of don't really believe it's them. Plus they DDoSed their own member, as the clip I'm showing on here. It just doesn't really make sense. So I don't really know who this is. And after that, I started talking about it a little bit, explaining the situation on stream, and I started getting a lot of PMs. People were PMing me their point of view, times it had happened to them, and I'll be showing all these on screen. So one in particular was someone named Portals on Twitch. Portals numbers, I don't remember the numbers, I'm sorry. He sent me the clip that's being played right now, obviously DDoSing somebody at the GE. Then John sent me a clip of him trying to get him outside edge and about 600 mil risk. He managed to survive because Cheeky, his RNG wasn't on his side, and he ended up not being able to do the final 12 damage, and John ended up X-logging. And then another really suspicious story came up. So all in all, we've got about 6 or 7 DDoS stories, and then there was this one, the Wiggled story. This one here is kind of the I don't know, the coup de grace, I guess you could say, the blow to mercy that really just kind of makes me question this entire situation. And I don't really know how to address this. I don't really know how to recommend that this is fixed. But at the same time, it's like, this is just something that's out of our control as the players, and something that's either going to need to be looked into as Jagex or something there, because there needs to be some kind of explanation for this, because it's just ridiculous. So basically what had happened was, after John got DDoS in the clip I just showed you, Wiggled, a guy named Rushton, and John were talking about it on TeamSpeak, and they tried to see how this guy's getting IPs, and I guess there was an idea passed around between the three of them that it could potentially be a client exploit, and that there's something wrong with the actual client, or that this is an inside job, or something along those lines. So what they did was, Wiggle decided to let Rushton on his account. Now, mind you, Rushton hadn't been on his account for at least a couple of years. I think he said 2 or 3 to me in Twitter DMs, and they let nobody know about this apart from the people that were in the TeamSpeak channel. Like, nobody had any intimate knowledge of what this idea was. So Wiggled basically let Rushton on his RuneScape account and told him to gear up in like pretty much max gear, like Elysian, Primordials, Armadillo, stuff Cheeky Alerb would definitely go for. And without telling him who was on the account, he sent him outside the bank, and sure enough, Cheeky Alerb somehow knew that Rushton was on the account, and actually happened to get his IP as well, and DDoS him while he was on Wiggled's account. Now, outside of that small circle of only a couple people, there's nobody else that knew that anybody was using Wiggled's account other than Wiggled. So in order for this to take place, it almost needs to be some sort of client exploit, or some sort of inner circle Jagex leak, or something along those lines, because how would he know that somebody else was using his account? And on top of that, how would he know that what his IP is? There's just no way. So this is starting to look a little bit suspicious, and I wanted to re-clarify it once again. Look at these clips on the screen. They obviously didn't sit there and risk their gear for no reason. Obviously, I don't think that Wiggled was out there DDoSing for his own gear off of his own account. It's just ridiculous. But what other explanation could there be other than he's the one doing it, or the obvious answer of it being some sort of client exploit, or some sort of rogue JMod or something along those lines? And I'm not by any means accusing Wiggle of this. That was literally just hyperbole and me just trying to set the example that it's almost impossible for all three of these instances to take place back to back to back and seemingly with ease. So with that being said, I mean, like, what's to be done about this? Like, where do we go from here? Like, how are we as players supposed to fix something like this? I think that there's something bigger going on here. I think that I'm not trying to play no conspiracy theory and none of that bullshit. I'm just looking at the facts, all right? And the facts in this instance suggest that the person who's behind this, the cheeky Alerb guy, the person who's been DDoSing everybody, has to either have some kind of client exploit, or he's somehow pulling IPs from who knows where, and or he's got access to some sort of server or something. And I don't know. I'm not a fucking technology expert. I'm not no fucking NASA. I'm not fucking the CIA. Like, I don't know. I don't even really know what the fuck I'm talking about. All I know is that this guy seems to have everybody's fucking IP. This guy seems to be having people's IP literally within seconds. And on top of that, he seems to just be able to do it with ease. Like, everything just goes his way. It's 100% smooth. And then on top of that, just the icing on the fucking cake, because he's hitting off people that have been PKing for 10 years, 12 years, 8 years, people that have been around the scene for a long time, people that know all the tricks, people that have been DDoS numerous times, and they know how to secure themselves. They know what happens. They know what to expect. They know how to protect themselves. And he's still happening to get these people like me, people like John, people like Wiggle, people like Rushton, people like my friend Do It who got DDoS. And what's the defense here? Somebody is logging into somebody else's account, and this guy has intimate knowledge of the person being on the account as well as the person's IP. That almost looks like there's an exploit in the actual client. He's pulling IPs from the client, or he's created a third-party client that's able to pull people's IPs off the server. Either that, or there's some kind of JMod leak or something. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. I'm just giving you guys the facts. I don't understand how this is possible. I don't understand how this is still happening. And I don't understand. Like, I just feel like there needs to be deeper investigation. Somebody needs to look into this. Somebody needs to actually fucking chain ban this kid and look through every account that he's ever logged into, look through every fucking IP, look through every log, every PM, every fucking trade, every fucking email, and figure out what the hell is going on, because this is just ridiculous. And I mean, what are people that are content creators and PKers and just people trying to play, like, what are they supposed to do? Like, even, like, I'm not going to stop streaming, obviously, but let's just say this didn't happen to me. Somebody else would, you know? Like, somebody, like people have. Like, look at Amenity. The dude's gone. He's a fucking ghost. He was somebody that was good for the PK community. He gets DDoSed a few times, and boom, he's gone. He doesn't want to do it anymore because it doesn't get fixed. And as much as I do appreciate Jags going out of their way and, you know, banning the person, I don't know if I had any influence on that. I don't really care if I did or not. I just care that justice was served. But on top of that, it's like, what are people supposed to do? Are people that are in the PKing scene, people that are in clans, like, you guys host, like, not you guys, but like Jags hosts PvP championships to highlight these things. And when people on their game are just maliciously running around doing this, like, there needs to be something done about this. This person needs to be banned. Thug Turkey needs to be banned as well. There's absolutely no reason that Thug Turkey should be allowed to run around and DDoS people with this guy, taking splits, making money off of other people's misfortune, and nothing happened to him. Both of those accounts need to go. It doesn't matter if he keeps buying accounts. Make this fucking piece of shit buy 50 fucking accounts and ban every single one of them till his bank account is dry. Make it so fucking hard for him to DDoS people that this dude is not even, it's not even worth it for him anymore. And there needs to be somebody that looks into this fucking client as well, or whatever method he has. Somebody needs to understand where these IPs are coming from, because there's just no way that I can change my IP, connect to absolutely nothing other than the official RuneScape client, OBS and Twitch and YouTube, and somehow get DDoS within 10 minutes, and then the same exact occurrence happens over and over and over again to other people who know how to protect themselves, people who have been accompanied to this over and over and over again, people who have been targeted over and over and over again. These people aren't retarded. They know what they're doing when it comes to stuff like this, and they know how to protect themselves. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the rant. I just wanted to shed some more light on this, let you guys know an update about the situation, and just give everybody a little bit of clairvoyance when it comes to what exactly is going on here. And you know, I really want justice to be served here. I mean, like, it's not even about me anymore. Like, I can make do with PKing and Mystic on stream if I have to. I don't really care. Like, I do it because I enjoy doing it. The gear that I'm in, as much as I like to risk, and as much as it's my gimmick to, like, run around in max gear and stuff like that, yada yada, it's so fun. I can make do with it if I have to. But for the integrity of the game, this guy needs to go. Like, he needs to fucking go. Like, action needs to be taken against this guy. And I understand, and I do appreciate, and I'm sure that everybody in the community and people left, right, center, whoever the fuck you are, if you're a skiller, if you're a JMod, who no matter who you are, I'm sure that you appreciate Jag's effort in banning both of his accounts. But all I'm asking for is a deeper look, a deeper operation into this guy. Try and find out who he is, where he comes from, his first account, look into his fucking payment details, find, like, on his very first account, check his fucking hardware ID on the computer that he's logging into, whatever the fuck you can do to dig into this guy. Try and figure out who he is and how this is happening, because to me, I can deal with exploits, right? If it's a Discord leak, a fucking TeamSpeak leak, a Skype leak, you know, whatever, a Zybiz leak, it doesn't matter. I can deal with that. That's part of the game, unfortunately. It's been like that for a long time. But when you're doing nothing other than downloading the game client that's provided to you by the owners of the game, and you're playing on that, and people are somehow finding out who's on your account, and somehow finding the IP of the person on the account, that there just suggests something deeper is going on here, and something needs to be done about that. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the rant here. This video is about 20 minutes. I really didn't want to make a part 2 end up this long, but it's just the way I am. When I get going, I can go all night. And if you guys have any other evidence, I know more will surface, please just leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to pin those or give it a bunch of thumbs up. Love the comments so other people can see and be aware. By the way, guys, I'm putting all of this guy's usernames on the screen right now. If you see any of these fucking names, put them on your ignore list, stick them at the bottom, find out when he changes his name, and try and spread awareness for this. Also, guys, if you do have Twitter, please do retweet this video. Yeah, make sure that you tag the JMods and shit as well. Get this some awareness. If you found this through Reddit, all I ask is that you leave a comment on the Reddit topic and or the Reddit thread and upvote it as well. Help spread awareness, because I mean, come on, this is just ridiculous now. This is absurd. And yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed the video, also leave some support. Please, I would appreciate it if you liked and commented on the video as well. Even if you don't like me, just it doesn't fucking matter at this point. It's just like for the integrity of the game. Doesn't matter about the clan beef. Doesn't matter about he said, she said. Who gives a fuck? We all play the same game at the end of the day. No one wants to get fucking DDoSed. And I mean, like, even if you don't like me, I didn't fucking lose anything since the last time, so it doesn't really, you know what I mean? But anyways, guys, if you do want to follow my Twitch as well, I live stream DWildPKing every day. The link for that will also be down in the description below. And I mean, who knows, you might be able to see the next time this happens. You might be able to see it live. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching the video. Hopefully this little bastard gets brought to justice, and hopefully we can figure out how exactly this is happening. Peace, guys.